All right, well, I re-went over my eyeliner because I feel like it wasn't really like popping as much as it should. It's still kind of off, but also it's just like late at night, and quite frankly, I am just trying to recover from the Euphoria season finale. I have no words except for great job to the cast and crew. I laughed, I cried, I was surprised. The plot twists were twisting. Um, and then I really just didn't know what to watch after that. Like I was like, I don't know what to do after that. There's a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about. And mainly it's just like just live your life. Live your life. Try to be happy. Try to live your life and be happy. Cause literally rough times. Okay, fun fact. The Great Depression, I think it started in 1929. When COVID happened, they talked about the same thing happened 100 years ago. So that stuck in my mind where I was like, well, then I guess you could just look back 100 years and see what's going to happen. And at the time, I was like learning about taxes. Joe Biden was president, but somehow we still had Trump's tax law. I was perplexed by that, which now I have so much I could say about that, but what's the point? Um, like this was around 2020, 2021. And I think a lot of his tax laws didn't stop until 2025. And then he got reelected anyway. So I just was like, well, what is going on? So anyway, um, with all the stuff that was going on, I was like, okay, well, if that's the case, then you could look ahead and see what's going to happen. In 1929, I think it was the Great Depression. So presumably, the way that things are going, I mean, I can't call it, but I'll let you fill in the blanks because words are powerful. So I'm just going to say, deductive reasoning. One might make some assumptions about what I might have an opinion about the future, the next couple of years. And with what's going on in entertainment and media, like I said, love the show. Sad that it's kind of over, amongst other things. But just like, I realize that everyone has their reasons for everything, and hard times really bring that shit out. So if hard times are on the horizon, the best thing, if they are, the best thing that you could do is just like be emotionally prepared for that or try to be. I don't know. I don't know. Because at this point, I don't know. Is it worse to be emotionally prepared for shit or caught off guard? Because to be emotionally prepared usually makes you cynical or, I don't know, cynical. We'll just stay with that. There's a lot of different words, though, that aren't necessarily warm and friendly. Um, but your emotions are in control. And if they're not, you feel things. And I think there's a large group of people and they feel things. And there's like a lot of solidarity in that, in being emotional. But you're just like going off of feelings and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. But I was like, I'm just going to get my little lashes that I got from Shein, which they are different. I don't hate them, but they are different. They're a little brittle, a little bit, because I get different ones every time. These ones are a little brittle, But I do like the little case that comes in. And I don't know. I got them on there. So yeah. And then I was like, I'm just going to play some house music, see what's going on. A DJ that I really like, if you recognize him, I was like, yeah, I'm going to play some house music. Really good set, too. Really good. And then I just kind of got carried away doing my makeup. And I was just like, I didn't do a whole lot. Like, I didn't, like, set my face or anything. I didn't use any concealer, which I could. Doing that first video and then looking and then actually making fun of myself and being like, damn, maybe OnlyFans won't let me in because I look like a bag of ass. And then like rewatching the video and I was like, damn, I didn't really try in that video either. It kind of motivated me to be like, maybe you should like try a little harder. Because you know how to put your makeup on. You know how to put your lashes on. You just don't do it because you think too much, which I do. Man, that season finale, I was like, I gotta do something like fun or something not serious. I tried to watch Rick and Morty because that's like my comfort show, but then I was like, I don't feel like that. Like, I want to do something else. And then I was like, well, I got those lashes. I'll just try and put those on. Then I was like, I haven't worn makeup in a long time. Why not? You should practice when you don't have anywhere to go. Like, you know, especially with eyeliner. For me, my eyeliner has been crazy since like high school. I don't know, my hand-eye coordination is just like not the greatest, I think. And also, it depends on like what you have. I prefer the little inkwell things and a really slim brush. Like, I don't know, my hand works better with that for the corners, but I like the pen for like the lid, if that makes sense. But for the wings or the corners or like little lines and designs, I like the little ink pot little thing, the little, the liquidy where you just dip it in. But I ain't got that. I only got like a cheap little Maybelline little thing or whatever. Actually, I think this is Maybelline. I don't know. This is how old it is. It's literally, I don't know. I don't know what that is. But it's trusty eyeliner. Highly recommend. Like, I got this a while ago. I haven't been going anywhere, so I haven't been wearing it. But when I say I really don't ever want to wear foundation ever again, because like, why would you when you can just wear moisturizer and it does the same thing and it's like good for your skin? Like, that's what I prefer. I got some good old hair store lip gloss. I got some good old hair store track glue for my eyelashes. I know you're not supposed to do that, but there's something about it where I'm like, but you are supposed to do that. There's something humbling, but like, it's the one thing from the past to hold on to that, like, it's like, yeah, you could get the like regular lash glue and stuff, but the track glue to me is just like, yeah. And the way that I lay my lashes, I don't really, well, I don't try to like stick my lash like on the glue. So it works out for me. I don't know, it works out for me. My mom was like, there's chemicals in the lash glue, formaldehyde or something. And I was like, there's chemicals in everything at this point. There's chemicals. There's chemicals in everything, anything. But I understand that's not what you're supposed to say, especially on the internet. You're supposed to talk about the healthy lash glue alternatives. Do that. Do that if you want to. And then I used a regular pair of tweezers and went to town on my brows, which I think I did okay. I think I did all right. But these are not the brows that I used to have. They're just, I don't know. They're good though. I'm happy, but I don't know. It could be better. And I just tweezed up the furry parts of my face. I get like little hairs on my chinny chin chin. I don't know. So pluck them little things out went around my little stash. I don't know what everybody else is doing after that season finale. I mean, I would think people are having like watch parties where they can talk about it with one another. I just hugged my dog and I was like, I love you to my dog. Like, I was just like, I love you, man. You know, but it is, there's so much to unpack and to talk about. And like, but I'm not going to do it here because like it's the internet and I don't know. But everybody is having an existential crisis at the same time. And I think it's driven by economic disparity, which is why I mentioned the Great Depression was in 1929, presumably in 2029. What if it spins the block? I don't know. I don't know. That's what they said about COVID. That's what they were saying. So I don't know. But it's interesting because that's the takeaway that I had. Each character is in their own existential crisis, but they don't know that's what they're in. And they also don't know, because they're in it, that their friend or their whoever that's around them is in their own thing too. That's the takeaway. That was like what it was blowing my mind, from how one person reacts when shit hits the fan, if they go up on a roof, how another person reacts compared to last season where the same thing happened and this person chooses to disarm themselves or whatever, how another person reacts where they just kind of are like, okay, this is what it is. They're listening to someone else that they don't really like, but they have to act like they like. And that person is literally talking about their own existential crisis. They didn't say that, but that person is talking about their own existential crisis. And then to ultimately be betrayed by somebody who's probably also going through an existential crisis that's like, yeah, now's my opportunity to like do all of this for me. But it's like, I'm assuming, I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but I'm assuming that that last betrayal was like, I mean, why not? Because, you know, I don't know. That's what I was thinking. And of course, the existential crisis of like, I recognize existentialism. I recognize all the pain in the world. I'm going to try to like do something about it, to be constructive and like to still see the pain, to see that the pain doesn't ever end, regardless if you're contributing to it or you're trying to like minimize the damage or whatever. That was hard to watch too. But that too is that person's existential crisis of like, oh shit, like life is real. Like I thought like that, like there's still more to learn in life, basically. I mean, that's not what an existential crisis is by definition, but essentially it's like, oh, there's still more to learn. Like, okay. And more to the point, old girl being like, I think the moral of the story is to just keep going, you know, in this old, thousands-year-old story that she was introduced to really out of feeling bad because she was kind of rude. But then to just be like, yeah, I think the moral of the story is to keep going, you know. Everybody going through an existential crisis, and most of the issues are driven by economic disparity, turmoil, etc. I mean, there's other layers to it, but at the root, that's really what it is. And then there's everybody's got their own personality traits on top of that. Started out crazy, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna get through this and finish it because that's the type of like TV watcher I am. Unless it's really trash and I'm like, let me turn this off. I don't care what happens. But I was like, nah, man, it'll get better. Like, okay. By like episode 3, I was like, damn, okay. Now here we are, and like they turned that shit. I don't know who wrote them first little episodes. Oh no, I'm not saying that, you know, it was But how they finished it was not how they started it. It just kept getting crazier and crazier. And like, damn, man. Yeah, I cried. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm going to put on some makeup because I don't want to be sad like this. Oh, but yeah, great job to the cast and crew. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not trying to spoil it or anything. Great job to the cast and crew. But yeah, this was fun. I don't know. I guess I'm just going to call it, edit this video, and try to stay consistent because, yeah, I didn't have to make a video, but I'm like, no, I really want to get into this and I need to be consistent with like posting. So I'm going to try. So today I was like, no more Maddie Perez. So I wanted to do like some little wings or whatever, but who knows? Because I'm wearing glasses and not contacts, and it's harder to put on eyeliner when you can't see. But yeah, what a day! What a day! My real day in my real life was really good. It's still good, but like, damn, I am emotionally like, damn, we grew to love these characters. Ugh, who knew? Who knew that that's what would happen? But all right. I do like my makeup though. I could have did more, but this is all right. This is okay. I'm trying to get back into it. I could have did more. I could do more. This probably could be why they rejected me. Now that I'm looking at myself, I might give this girl a shot. But they were probably like, well, who are you? No. This could be why they rejected me. So I'll try again, All right.